Well, good morning. We gonna have some fun today, guys. Uh, we gonna have some fun today. Um, this is gonna be I don't this is gonna be kind of weird because this is gonna be a stream where I guess we're gonna talk about me. And who better to criticize and critique me than me, right? But so anyway, um I guess we'll just jump right into this and just get right after it, right? So first of all, quick shout out to the chat. Let's see what we got in here. We got Amber Lily in here this morning, Crystal K, uh, Gracial, um, Purple Paw Prince, Shanneries, Rooney Booney, Pickleton. Yeah, I think there's a lot more of you, but some of you guys are being quiet this morning, and that's okay. It's a Monday morning, and maybe you haven't had your coffee yet. What does your shirt say? My shirt, this is a Nixie Nax original, and it says boobs before noobs. You can get that at her merch store, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's 4 a.m. Yeah. Well, it's 6:30 here because I'm in Central Time. So anyway, so I think I'm driving. Oh Lord, I hope are you going to get you some coffee and donuts, Zali? Because I know you love to have some coffee and donuts every morning. And man, I haven't had any donuts in for such a long time. Yeah, I had to go get it. Yeah, I saw Zali. You were up all night streaming with Matt and D Max, and of course I haven't watched the stream yet, but I will catch it. So mm. You're lunching, cool. All right, so let's get into this and let's go through all of this. Let's see, where do I want to go? Okay, here we go. All right. So all these shenanigans started Saturday evening. Banana and I were in a VC and we were talking and planning out what we was going to do for Sunday's podcast. And so we're talking about what we was going to cover, whatever. And I said, and I had this thought in my head, but I didn't share it with Banana. I kept it to myself. And I said, well, I said, let's see
I
if
can
we.
still do it, and I'll whip it out when I need to.
Oh boy, JFA tips $1. I have the unfortunate task update everyone that Mitch from the Now Recording podcast had another run-in with those stairs. He is currently fighting for his life in a hospital, but it isn't looking good. Please send Mitch your prayers. Please continue, Riv. Well, that's okay. Here's the thing. JFA is such a flippin' troll. I swear, JFA, if you've derailed my stream here, I am going to get a hold. I am going to get a hold of a voodoo woman, and I swear I am going to have her curse your crotch with the fleas of 1,000 camels. You hear me? The fleas of 1,000 camels. Yeah, okay. Matt's not talking about it. Yeah, neither is Mitch. Shut up, JFA. Just shut up. Damn it. Matt's asleep. Yeah. Okay. Uh that's it. I'm contacting I'm going to find a voodoo woman and she's going to curse your crotch with 1,000 fleas, dude. You might as well get ready to start to scratching because that is your future. So, anyway, um, so I reached out to Bunny and Ember. Um, which were the two hosts for the Hen House podcast. Now, I was doing this for selfish reasons and because I really liked the podcast, and it had kind of disintegrated, and I wanted to see, they had went on to the Now Recording podcast, and they'd kind of had their airing of grievances and so forth. And that's fine. Sometimes
I can still do it, and I'll whip it out when I need to.
JFA tip 5, please call off the voodoo, have a coffee on me. No, JFA. No, the voodoo is happening and you're getting the fleas, okay? But anyway, and so, but I wanted, ultimately my plan was to see if there was any way to try to put this thing back on the rails and see if there was any way for this to continue on. And that was what my intentions and plans were. I didn't tell Banana that because, well, I was pretty sure he was going to tell me I was an idiot, and I just didn't want that negativity in my life right then and there. Okay, so there we go. So I put out a tweet asking them to come on, and Bunny, because her scheduling whatever, wasn't going to be able to make it, and I said, fine, we'll work out another time. It's no big deal. And then Matt Pitt, always supportive that he is, comes in and says, "Get wrecked, people." And I just said, "Hey, you win some, you lose some. I just hope for the best for the both of them, because I really, truly, I mean that with all sincerity. I know there's this narrative that's going around that people are trying to say that I'm not this nice guy, that I'm not this wholesome guy, and that I'm evil and I do all these things. Listen, I've always been very up and honest and forward about everything. I do troll, and I do manipulate. But when I manipulate people, and I'm good at it, never doubt that. When I manipulate people, I'm doing it from a position of that I'm trying to either help somebody to get, to get them, squared away, to get them taken care of, or I'm doing it because I feel like it's for the betterment of the community or society as a whole, right? Yes, I'm manipulative. Yes, I'm very good at it. I love to troll people, but when I troll people, it's harmless. It's a harmless little funny troll that down the road we can laugh at each other and have some fun. And if I didn't do that, then we would never have had.
You want to see my pecker?
And everybody loves hearing that soundbite now.
You want to see my pecker?
Except for maybe Dave. Dave doesn't like
hearing it. You want to see my pecker?
Because it brings back a traumatic period for him.
You want to see my pecker?
Because maybe possibly I also introduced him to Shrek is Love, or Shrek is Life, Shrek is Love, I think. And if you haven't seen that little series of animations, prepare yourself, because it's dark, but it's funny. Okay. Otherwise, just go out here and look up the.
You want to see my pecker?
Because that's just funny, right? But anyway, but that's who I am, and I've always been above board about that. And there's whatever. And so anyway, Ember Lily says that yeah, she would do it. And so anyway, Ember Lily came on the show, and we had a conversation and we talked with her. But prior to that, right, prior to all that, my friend Zali puts out a tweet, says, "I love seeing my enemies fighting. Seeing Matt Pitt and River taking shots at each other makes my petty heart pitter patter." Okay. And of course, there's several comments underneath here and so forth, right? And that's whatever. And so, again, yes, I have been throwing some little subtle jabs here and there. Again, trolling at Zali. Why? Because I like Zali. I do. I love hanging out with Zali. I love talking with Zali. And I love just kind of jabbing every now and then. Because here's the thing, guys. When I like you, And when I want to hang out with you and I want to have fun and make some memories and what have you with you, I will irritate the shit out of you. No doubt about it. No qualms. 100%. I will irritate the pee out of you. How my wife has stayed married to me for 26 years is a miracle within itself because she catches it all. And so, and like my youngest son, who is a carbon copy pretty much of me in all aspects, looks, personality, the whole shebang. I mean, I could not deny that boy if I wanted to. When we get together, if as long as we've kind of focused on irritating each other, everyone else is pretty much safe. But if we decide that we want to focus our attentions to somebody else, bless their hearts is all I can say, because we can be pretty, we can, sometimes we get a little bit too much. And so anyway, exactly like fleas in the crotch, which by the way, JFA is going to find out about because I've got a direct number and I'm going to call her. Yeah. And that's going to happen, JFA. Your future is going to be real itchy. And so, but anyway, so Zali puts this little tweet out. And that's when it all kind of started going, whoo, right? So then somebody got Shanry, right, to do this little commission. And this is a commission of the one and only great Matt Pitt. And as you can see here, you know, Matt Pitt is sporting the nice little, I don't know what this, like a little jumper suit. I don't know what that thing's called. It's got like a skirt, you know, and, you know, of course, he's got his prosthetic leg and, you know, his little beard and his hair. I mean, he's cute, right? Right? It's a tutu. Oh, okay. That's a tutu. Well, see, I never had any daughters and I didn't have sisters. So these are things that are kind of foreign to me. I'm not for sure exactly what this is coming out of his forehead. I guess that's like a unicorn or something. Is that? Yeah, something. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's a dildo corn. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, unicorn horn. Okay, unicorn. So the artist is in the in chat. So I'm glad she's here. I'm glad Shanry's here, so she can explain these things to me. So that's beautiful. That is beautiful artwork. Only magical for women. Ooh, awesome. Well, that's very good artwork, and you're a talented artist, Shanry. So anyway, so like I say, Zali had declared war on us. She came on the stream Sunday evening and she said that, you know, she declared open war on me and the entire Now Recording podcast. She had enough. She had caught enough strays, she said, and so that was it, right? She'd had it. So, you know, I said, you know, I guess when war's been declared, the only thing you know what you say when it starts to rain, you just have to get your umbrella out and you just have to, you know, dance in the rain, right? We're gonna do a little what was his name? Gene I can't remember his name. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, and D-Max was on the call, and Matt was on the call, and Zali. Yeah, anyway, so Max starts having PTSD and crying like a sniveling little baby. And so then all of a sudden he comes out and does what Max can do, right? He just gets out there and he puts this little video out, right?
Why can't we be friends?
So why can't we be friends? He says. So, because that's what he does, right? He shakes his little skinny body with his little skinny hips, and his little skinny arms, and he tosses his little hair because he's like a little playboy, you know. He just tosses the hair like it's, you know, like whatever, and that's what Max does, and that's okay. Max, do your thing, buddy. Right? We're here for you. So then Zali says, where is this at here? She goes, you are now behind enemy lines, sir. You choose a side. So now we have to choose sides. I knew it was getting serious. I knew that, you know, this was going to wind up into a civil war. And, you know, people who's too old for civil wars. I may have been alive when we had here in the States our Civil War. That may be or may not be true, but I just couldn't go through another one. And so Max, trying to be the funny guy, says, if you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. I will choose a path that's clear. I will choose free will. So he does another little. I mean, he thinks his hips don't lie, I guess, too, right? He shakes them hips. He does this little thing here. If you choose not to decide. But he lip syncs. Why didn't you sing the song, Max? You have a beautiful voice, sir. You should have sang the song. Give us a little karaoke. Don't tease us. Give us the whole. Now, the only thing that I'm going to critique a little bit about this is, why does he have a Kingdom of Hearts sword just laying around in his I guess his apartment or his house, wherever this is? Why do you have this, Max? Why? Inquiring minds want to know. But so I knew in my heart of hearts that I couldn't compete with this, guys. I don't have those kinds of moves, right? I have arthritis. My days of you know, move it, shaking it, that kind of stuff. Those days are behind me, right? I had it once, but what I had is gone. But I thought to myself, now, self, dig deep, people, because civil war is looming. I could see the clouds of ravens circling, waiting to dine on the flesh of the casualties. And I was like, you know, I just don't want to see that again. I don't want to live through that again. We have to do something to avert this disastrous path that we're on, because one thing that I've always been about is acceptance and love and graciousness, and not bitterness and hatred. Even you know, even if we're you know, having to take somebody to task because they, you know, they're out there doing on the, you know, they're not doing as they should. We still have to do it in love, right? We have to do it in you know, to try to get them to get off the path that they're on. And even though I try to explain to people that you know, that I couldn't do this type of moves like Max and stuff, because I you know, see, where was I? Because I talked about how I couldn't do this kind of stuff because of my arthritis. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So So I said, as a man of particular age and has had war declared against me, I can't help but feel this is very ableist, as she knows that I'm too old and arthritic to do this. Because she forgave Max, right? Because he shook his little hips and entertained her. So she called off the attack. Now I don't know if that was against just D-Max himself or if that was against the whole Now Recording podcast. That hasn't been made clear. I'm not for sure if Max was able to single-handedly save his new podcast, that he, or the pod, because he's now part of the Now Recording podcast team, guys. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but they've asked him to come in and fill in while Toxic is taking a little bit of break. And so I don't know if Max came in there and single-handedly saved the entire team from this war that was declared upon them and me, or if this was just him. I don't know. But anyway, I was just like, I felt like Max was being very ableist, shall we say, right? Because I'm old and I'm arthritic and I just don't have the moves anymore, right? And I'm mad enough to admit that I just don't have these moves anymore. So I asked this question: was this, was him making fun of me, my old arthritic body, him being ableist? Was that just him doing this, or was he doing this for the entire, Now Recording podcast, right? And so Max comes at me again. He goes, I think Pete Paul is attempting to form an alliance based on disability. Being a gay filmmaker is not a disability. Never said it was. Never said it was. Never, never. Don't put words in my mouth, Max. And as a new employee, this is officially out of my pay grade. I'm sure management will get back to you. This is Peepaw displaying his lack of innocence. I am innocent. Like I said, from the very beginning of all this, I do troll a little bit every now and then. And I am manipulative. But I don't think that makes me bad. And I don't think that makes me a mean guy. Now, there may be others that take exception with this. They may think, yeah, Riv, that makes you a horrible person. But I don't. I don't think that, because I'm not using those abilities, those skills that I have. I'm not using them for personal gain. I never do it for myself. I'm always doing it for others because I'm selfless like that. Right. So I think that's what helps me. But I could see that the tides were turning and they weren't going well. And I had to do something, guys. I had to. So I reached down, way down deep, and I said, I must do a Hail Mary. And I had to go deep. But I was able to, one last time, pull it out of the gas tank. I think the gas tank may be officially empty now. But if this has averted war, then I'm okay with it. I've been really trying, baby. You're going to choke on your ho-ho. It's a little early to be talking that way, I think, Zali. But, honey, if I'm not going back down that road again, and I'm not throwing no strays, and I'm not whatever. So, anyway. People got swear names for their husbands. Oh, my God. So anyway, so I did this knowing full well what was going to happen. Because we have shady people in this community. And my friend D-Max, the guy that for over a year, kept trying to persuade, to coerce, to nudge, I pleaded with, begged, used all my manipulative tactics that I had to get him to come out of retirement and come back in this community. Goes into full gay film editor mode. And he tries to do this little copy pasta like Shanry and the Matt Pitt picture. And says, so I had a commission. The person wanted to be anonymous. Please, Riverter, don't kick me or so. Please don't hate me. I do anything. Please forgive me. Now, some of you guys, this may be a little bit before your time, and you may not know what this is from. This is from a little movie called Caddyshack. Great, funny movie. Stars Chevy Chase, Bill Murray. What's his name? Ted Danson is in it. I think there's some more in there. Rodney Dangerfield. Is it Rodney Dangerfield? Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield's in it. Yes, one of the best comedies of it is a classic comedy movie, and it was made when those guys were in their heyday and at the top of their games. If you've never watched Caddyshack, watch it. Stay away from Caddyshack 2. It's absolute hot garbage. They tried to recapture the greatness that was Caddyshack, and it just failed tremendously. But Caddyshack, the original movie, is a classic, and you have to watch it if you've never watched it. So there's this little gopher that's creating havoc on the golf course. And he's always coming out and he's doing it. Yes, and I understand this wasn't a real big leap, Max, that I was doing the little gopher dance. That's all I got. Because I look like a little gopher. I look like the little fat bastard. Okay? Yes, I'm always deep in the bush, Pickleton. Have you not heard? I've got like 15 kids running around the countryside, evidently, because I have an infatuation with Waffle House and the waitresses, and I'm out here spreading my waffle batter everywhere, evidently. For good night. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Gracial. That's exactly why because my hips don't lie. So, Max out here, he just went crazy with it. He put a chroma key behind it, and now he put this out.
Oh!
Yeah.
Slaying. Penis, slaying.
So now he's drugged my buddy Dave into it. So he's incorporated Dave in this. So now we've gone completely full circle. And then if that wasn't bad enough, he decides, hey, world, wouldn't it be a great idea if I just put this raw file out there for all of you guys to have access to and do your worst to me? And so we have people like Ghosties tagging people. What's this here? Please do your anime big titty work. I sent it to her before I even uploaded it here for that exact. Maximus. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I can take it. I will do this for this community. Because if it gets to focus off of and everybody puts down their arms and we don't have this war and it's all just, I'm a big guy. I got big shoulders. I can take it. Put it on people. People can handle it. That's what I am. I am going, if I have to climb up upon the cross and martyr myself then that's what I would do. I will mark myself. I will. Nick Sweat says, you end up with your own green screen clip. That's a level up. Well, maybe so. I don't know. All I know is that always keep this stuff in mind, guys. If you're doing social media, right? If you're doing this and this is what you want to do, right? You can never take this stuff serious, right? You just can't. Oh, there's my friend Zali. Zali, my best friend in the whole wide world. How you doing, hon?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. So tell me something. I gotta know. Has war been averted? Are we safe? Is everybody friends again? Or
War with you has been
Oh,
I accepted your apology and the
okay.
war is off with you. The
Okay.
now recording boys. Let me tell you something. If you look on my Twitter, I did a little bang bang there because I got shooters everywhere. Okay. I
Really?
didn't commission that picture
Yeah.
of Matt, but it just so happened to happen because I got shooters everywhere. Okay.
Let's see. Let's take a look here. See what you got here.
Uh-huh.
Let me do this here. Let me do this because I'm.
Oh, and it was Jaded Take that said you look like the Gopher. She did a side by side on her
Oh,
Twitter.
okay. Okay. So I've shared my screen here. So I'm looking down through here.
Oh yeah, I had to quote tweet it twice.
Yeah, well, that's
Keep
fine.
down.
What the hell, Max?
Oh, you didn't know about that one?
No, I didn't know about that one. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. All right. So what particular tweet is it that I'm?
Okay, keep going down. That's Matt saying he's like cutie Cinderella because of that
Yes.
picture.
He's over here, big crocodile tears. Yeah, he's been violated.
All right, keep going down. Keep going down.
Okay,
That's
there's where you.
Jaded Take.
Okay, that's where that came from. All right.
Yes. And keep going down a little bit. You know I tweet a lot. I'm sorry. Right
no,
there.
that's okay.
Right there.
Bang, 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 bang. Uh-huh. He does look good in purple, though, doesn't he? Matt
He
does.
does look good in purple.
He's a sexy boy. I want to know something though. Does he really have a six-pack like that, or was that
Well, that's
like?
what I told him. I told him
Yeah.
on the last room. I said you should feel good about it. Look at your pecs and like your
Yeah.
your six pack going on. What?
Exactly. Yeah, I would like to know. Matt's going to have to do like a body reveal. He doesn't have to do a face reveal, but he's going to take him with his shirt off, and he's going to see, does he really have pecs like that, or was the artist just taking liberties?
We need to know. We need to know. I'm gonna tell you
100%.
what. I mean, I don't know for a fact if this is actually going to happen because again, it's not me doing it. I got shooters, right? But I'm pretty sure something might come out for Mitch and Beavers and Core may be spared because he does carry me on Destiny, and because of him, I got a lot of guns. So Core may be spared, but D Max is now added to the list. Because after Clear as Mud, you know what D-Max did?
What did he do, hon?
After Clear as Mud, he ran right over to Empress K Stream and told them Whammon recorded Zali's going to war with y'all.
With the Whammon recording? She's
going.
Yeah.
He went over there crying to them, trying to get them to protect him.
D-Max, dude, why are you trying to hide behind? You know, back in my day, we called that hiding behind a woman's skirt, right? Why are you hiding behind these women's skirt, dude? Come on, you big boy. You're a big boy.
Look, and then you know what he did? Now, granted, don't take this wrong, but we said he pulled a peepaw. He started crumbling up papers and going, "Oh no, I can't, I can't hear you."
Oh,
and
come
then
on
he dropped
now.
out. Yep.
Now, I don't think I've ever done that, have I?
No, but your computer. But you were talking about
my
your
computer
illegitimate
froze
sons,
up. Yeah,
and your computer froze up.
Well, it did. I know. I know. I still think people think that was planned, but I swear it wasn't. I'm glad it happened, honestly, because it was a lot better ending than I could have ever devised. Because I'm just not a creative person. But Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And then on top of that, Matt Pitt is trying to gain sympathy by putting the cutie Cinderella picture up there. And I told him,
Oh,
don't be mad. You should be happy somebody looks at you that way.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's fake. You
You know,
know.
you know who else? Where was that? Let me go back up here to that. Okay, I guess I passed it. Hang on here. Where is it at? Come on, Matt. Where you at? Yeah. You know who else came out and was trying to use QT, right?
No, who?
It was Exerol or whatever, the dude that went after Tommy and flagged his
Oh,
stream.
yeah.
So
That
come on,
idiot.
Matt. You don't want to be in the same boat with that
Hmm.
dude, do you? Come on, man.
And then after doing that, do you know he had the nerve to make me go live on my stream at 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I saw that, girl. I saw that, and then this morning when I was going through all the stuff that Purple had sent me. She said Zali's still alive. I have nothing from that, and I said, "Hey, look, if she's still alive, no, we won't, but I will watch the stream afterwards, see if there's anything in there and stuff." So, are you excited about this evening? Because it's Mondays with Zali.
I can imagine this is what we're going to be talking about.
You think so?
Well,
Well,
you might want to check out the stream because there is an update
oh,
to Ember Lily and Ghosty on there, where Ember
okay.
Lily and Ghosty, have had words.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw Matt. Matt tagged me in a tweet because I guess Ember Lily and so I don't want to admit defeat because no one doesn't like doesn't like getting beat or whatever.
Hmm.
But I'm starting to wonder if that's going to be salvageable. I think there's too
Here's my
much.
thing.
Yeah,
I think honestly, I don't think it's really. I think the core of it is it's nothing bad between Ember Lily or Bunny. I
yeah,
think it's a personality thing. I think it's
yeah,
personality straight because Bunny had put out a tweet about how she's not confrontational and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I think it's a personality thing. And I think Ember Lily, might do good, finding somebody else or doing it on her own.
Possibly so. Possibly so. I mean,
Yeah.
I
But I know she's still willing to talk with Bunny though.
yeah, and hopefully we can sit down and talk and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I do not want to muddy the waters further, and I don't want to, because the one thing that we tried to get, I guess, conveyed yesterday was if you've got issues with legitimately, guys, if you have issues, like if you're in any type of a working relationship, we'll call it that, right? Like if you're in a show with somebody, or if you got, you do collaborations with somebody occasionally, whatever. If you got issues with them, because it happens, it comes up, it's not,
Mhm.
do it behind the scenes and don't go to Twitter and don't go to social media because all that's going to do is it's going to cause people to either A, choose sides, or B, you're going to have people who love to see the world burn and they're going to see an opportunity to fan the flames and make it worse than it really is. Because they're going to get in there and they're going to say things and they're going to do things that's going to cause other parties. It escalates rather than de-escalates.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: if you're done with the person, I mean, you're done, and you just don't, and you want to completely, totally nuke it, and you want to burn that bridge where there's no going back, fine. Get on the social media, do your thing, I guess, whatever, if that's what you want to do. But if
Yeah.
you're wanting to in some way go for, still be able to do something with this person going forward, then don't do that. Just handle it behind the scenes. Um, but that's just my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
there's been people that in my, I guess, short time that I've really kind of been out, that people has had issues with me. And they've taken something that I've said, too seriously, or they feel like I overstepped here or there, and I could see what they were saying, and we handled it, and we quashed it, and we moved on, and that was the end of it.
I mean, Riv,
Yeah,
most of my friends, most of my really good friends, we
yeah,
started off hating each other.
yeah,
Most of them hated my personality. But then they realized, wait a minute, she's not just being that with me. She's like that with everybody. So that's
yeah,
just how she. Look at me and Tipster. Me and
yeah,
Tipster are practically best friends.
yeah,
Me and one of my other best friends, we hated each other, but we're best friends. It's just that's how it always. It's always that's how it is.
yeah. You are a strong woman, right? And you have a strong personality. Um, and then you've got people that, let's just be quite honest with it, right? Anybody that gets on here and does this type of stuff on YouTube, and we do these shows and whatever, we want to be entertaining and stuff, right? But we feel like, hey, I'm entertaining, I'm funny, look at me, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I've noticed when people get into shows, whatever, they'll, if they feel like there's a power dynamic there, whatever, they'll try to do things to one up the other person, right? And that's where kind of some conflicts and stuff can kind of arise, even if they're not like doing a show together. But like if they'll just like if a person calls into another person's show, right?
Hmm.
That happens sometimes, and but it's egos. It's all about egos, and so
I'm
I,
glad you mentioned that because I would like to say
mhm.
that Matt gaslit me last night.
Oh,
He was using his gaslighty voice to me last
oh,
night, and he was trying to say that Woman recording and the broadcast is under his kingdom, and if we ever went to war with anyone bigger, we are to fly the now recording flag. And I had to
oh,
express to him that not only as this one queen
mhm,
here, because
mhm.
D-Max calls me queen,
Oh
I
yes,
said,
you are a
but
queen.
there's
Yes,
there's three queens at the broadcast, and
yeah,
we fly our own flag. Say what?
yeah. Yeah, I know he believes that he actually gave birth, that he's the reason why the broadcast is even in existence. It's like he spoke it into existence.
Yes, he
Yeah.
says he gave me Eva like he
Yeah.
was the father of the
Yeah.
bride, and
Yeah.
then I gave you Mystic. First of all, I had been wanting Eva
Yeah.
part of a podcast since like I don't know September, October when I heard her on Edwin's live stream, every
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yeah.
and then he suggested Mystic, and
Yeah.
Mystic on her own volition as a grown woman said yes.
Yeah.
So if anything, he might be like the midwife.
Yeah.
He's the midwife.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't, yeah, he definitely didn't father it. I mean, it's not like
No,
no, I don't, I would agree with that.
no. But he's going around slandering, saying that he is. So the war is still on.
Okay.
Um, and then to make it worse, at the end of the broadcast, our
Yeah.
last episode, we played a little game
Hmm.
called F Mary Kill, and you and Dave were in it,
Awesome. How many
and
times did I get killed?
you didn't get killed at all.
Oh,
You got married 3 times, actually.
damn. I would have
Yep.
never thought I'd have, well,
Nope.
you know why?
Well, you went up against Keemstar and
Oh,
you went up against Keemstar and Tipster, and you
oh,
got
and
married
that's
3 times.
that's that's pretty that's pretty steep competition there because Keemstar got a lot of money.
Well, Keemstar got killed twice.
I
Keemstar got killed twice.
I guess I would be flattered by that, right? Because being married, that's like the goal, right? To
Well,
be settled down with. I don't know.
we were talking about that because Matt was very happy with the results, especially Mystic's result on him.
Oh,
You'll have to
yeah.
ask Matt about it tonight because
Okay.
I'm sure he's going to show up.
Okay.
But then we decided we were going to play it. So we played it last night. And
Hmm.
I just want to say him and Beavers both killed me. Beaver said he
Really?
took me to the farm
Yeah.
and Matt said I had to die.
Oh
So
Lord.
the war is still on.
Well, all I can say is I tried. I tried to avert, but I can't, you know, sometimes I just can't overcome things like that. You know, Matt and those guys are they're their own men, and I can't, you know, I tried, boys, but you just keep digging them holes. I tell you right now, I've been married long enough to a strong woman because my wife is a very strong woman. And I learned very early on in my marriage that it's a losing battle. You're just not, you won't win. There's just no way. So you have to find a way to just kind of, you know, make peace and just
I
let, you know,
I feel like I'm glad that you know I am in peace treaties with you and
mhm,
we're all good.
yeah.
But the now recording boys must go down, and the broadcast is making it official here
Oh,
on Peepaw Riverter
oh
that we
Lord.
are at war with
Oh
now
Lord.
recording.
Oh man. Well, I tried to avert this. It is what it is. All I can say is boys, it was good knowing you
Yep.
because I know the ladies that are on that show, and y'all ain't got a chance. Y'all
Nope.
ain't got a chance.
Nope. And not to
Core,
mention, I got shooters everywhere
exactly.
where you least expect them.
I mean, let's look at this. We got Core. He'll be AFK playing Destiny, so he
Well,
won't
I'm
even be
usually playing Destiny with Core, actually.
exactly right. So you'll keep him out of the battle because he'll be distracted with Destiny, right?
Yep.
Beavers won't be able to engage in it because he lives in a third world country and they're constantly having rolling blackouts. He don't even have power most of the time, so he won't be able to engage.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch, well, evidently
Oh, Mitch is getting it.
he doesn't have a heart evidently because he's got some sort of mechanical thing they had to put in there because his old ticker can't take it anymore.
Yes, that makes him the easy target.
He's easy. And then we have Matt Pitt.
Oh, don't forget D-Max. Oh, no.
Oh,
Don't forget
D-Max is
D-Max.
oh, that's right, because he countered his dancing because he went over to
Mm-hmm.
Empress's stream, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep. And he tried to
Oh,
gaslight me too
yeah. And
last night.
here's the thing. I don't think Max can play his gay card to get out of this. So
Nope.
he has no
Sure can't.
escape either. Hmm.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Well, guys, the now recording had a really good run, but I'm afraid in the year 20 of our Lord in 2023, it may have been put asunder because
Mm-hmm.
them women are going to smoke show you guys. I'm sorry. But you know, you guys, I know Matt, you know, when I came out and made peace with you, he started calling me a simp. No, I'm not a simp. I'm a
You
smart
see
man.
that? He
Yeah.
called you a simp.
He called me a simp. I'm not a simp. I'm a smart man. I
He
know
even
that.
said last night,
Yeah.
go back to the stream. He said last night you rolled over. Let me add to you what he said. He said you rolled over too quick.
I rode over too quick. Well,
That's what
yeah.
he said. That's what he said.
Listen, I am not a fighter. I've always said I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter.
We
And
can tell with those moves that you did and
yeah,
that song you were playing. Just saying.
exactly. I got it, man. Like I said, I'm kind of like that old Toby Keith song, you know, I'm good once as I ever was. It may not last long, but I'm good once. I wish, you know, Dave was supposed to call in this morning, but evidently Dave has got distracted. But he was going to call in and we were going to talk about it. So, um, so I'm going to hype him up a little bit. Zali is, of course, Dave's new co-host on Monday nights.
Heck yeah.
I think Nixie's going to be there this evening, but she last night asked me to be there in my producer role, and she's just going to kind of like third chair it, and which I'm fine to do. That's great because honestly, that takes pressure off me to be entertaining, and I can just kind of sit back and enjoy everything.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love doing that. I have my little show here every morning that lets me get, you know, my thoughts and things out, and that's really good. And so I don't feel like I have to talk, and that's you know. But and let me just be quite honest with you, right? Out of those people there, Dave, Matt, and Zali, Dave, Zali, and Nixie. You guys are extremely talented and entertaining and funny, and
Oh.
so I would just kind of come in, and I have my funny moments. I'm not self-deprecating
Oh, you're
here.
awesome, Riv.
I have my funny moments. I have my little funny jabs here and there. But uh, but no, seriously, you guys, if you're not watching Dave's streams of a night, Mondays with Zali and it's supposed to be SFTP Tuesdays when if Tommy can remember.
No, he just shows up on
He
Thursday.
just shows up. He just shows up whenever. Yeah, whenever Tommy gets the itch, he just shows up. So we just kind of let him do his thing. Wednesdays. But do we do drama and stuff? Yeah, we cover it a little bit, but we're trying to become more of a variety show, to where we'll cover a little drama, we'll have some yucks, laughs, things, whatever. But we're working more and more bits, and we're in segments and little games and things like that. And Dave and I had a conversation this weekend, and we are going to work on bringing back one of his shows that he did back in the day, and I've got to work on getting some graphics together to do this and some ways to do this, but I don't know exactly the timeline, because this is going to take a little bit of time to get this stuff put together, because I want to do it right. I don't want to just hodgepodge it, throw it together, and whatever. Kind of like what we did with the Who's the Twit.
I can still do it, and I'll whip it out when I need
I
to.
got a donation here. What is this? Shanry tipped $1. Check Twitter. There's more dance moves. Okay, we'll check them here in a second, Shanry.
Oh Lord.
But those things have developed. We've had people in the community that's come forward and done some really neat graphics and stuff for us, and it really is turning into a thing. And I think people love doing the shows, or do those little game shows and stuff. It seems like there's a, I don't know, like
there's a need for it.
Need? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Makes it fun. Like, okay, granted, I enjoy covering drama, obviously. Okay. My channel's full of it. But it's so fun to have just fun. That's why do you think I started this whole war? It's for fun. Don't tell anybody. I don't want nobody ruining my reputation. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as they need to know, I hate Matt Pitt, but it's for fun. That's all it's for, because there's so lack of it right now.
Exactly. That's what I was, and this is kind of like I said, with kind of circling back a little bit. When they started, when Bonnie and Ember Lily started doing the whole Peepaw's third son with Cooter and stuff, I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is great. Let's have some fun. Let's not always have to. We don't have to always just be picking at people and critiquing every little thing. Let's have some fun. Let's entertain, right? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing, is entertaining. And there's times for us to be serious, and there's times for us to address injustices and things like that, and to call people on the carpet for bad behavior or bad actions or deeds. There's a time and place for that, 100%, and I full support that. But we have to also entertain. We can't just if we do nothing but just negativity, bad stories, horrible stories, things like that, it grates on your soul. And I think it gives you brain worms. I really truly believe it gives us brain worms, and we just have to, to paraphrase a saying from Leon Lush, it just gives us brain worms. So
no, I agree. It does affect it affects me. That's why I like going on Dave's every Monday. Dave's going on Dave's stream on Mondays gives me a reset. Honestly. Because I have fun there. Even if we talk about something serious, we're still going to find something to laugh at somewhere within the conversation that we're having, either before, after, or whatever. Dave streams gives me a reset. I love it.
Yeah. So looks like Shannery has jumped into the mix here. She goes, Riverter, please don't hate me. Oh, I could never hate you, Shannery. Let's see what she's done here.
Shannery, I don't see anything.
I don't see nothing, hon. Come on. I don't. Is that like from a game or something?
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like it's from a game.
Lord. Nah, here's the thing. If I was gonna get upset, okay. If I would, you can't put something out like what I put out, and then say, "Well, you can't do that." No, I put it out there, knowing full well what was going to happen. Right? Listen, guys, I don't ever take myself serious, ever. My wife, if I could get her to come on and talk to you guys, which she will never do because she thinks I'm an idiot. She'll tell you that I don't ever take anything serious, ever. I always look and always find the laughs and the goofs and the gig everywhere. That's just because I don't take life serious. I think life is one of these things that it will beat you down and drive you into the ground if you let it. If you allow this, because there's just so much negativity and seriousness out there in the world. And if you allow it, it'll put you to your knees. But that's why I don't let it, because I don't take it serious. I mean, all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, there's some bad stuff going on out there. There's some horrible things. And I used to watch all that stuff all the time. I was constantly watching news. I was constantly watching news feeds. I was constantly watching all the political feeds, everything. And it just made me into something that I was not good with.
Yeah.
And I said, no more.
Yeah,
so
I can put you down.
Yeah. So I started looking for all the funny stuff. I started looking at the stuff that makes me laugh. And I started associating with people that was going to make me laugh. And that's why I hang out with people like Zali and Max and Banana and Dave, and even Matt Pitt and these guys.
No, not that stinky Matt Pitt. Matter of fact, I think you should join my war because he called you a simp.
Here's the thing.
I think
I am going to be like Switzerland. And
he said you rolled over, Rue.
I know I rolled. Fine. If he thinks I rolled over, then I rolled over. To me, I would rather focus my energies into love and happiness and stuff like that, and not.
But we can do that on another day. War is so fun.
All right, let me tell you what, chat. What do you think? Does Peepaw need to weigh into this? Does Peepaw need to pick a side and go to war with Zali, or does Peepaw need to pick a side and go to war with Matt against Zali, or does Peepaw just need to stay neutral? What do you guys think? Because I know what I want to do.
I'm here recruiting.
I know you're here. I know you're recruiting, hon.
I'm recruiting soldiers. I'm not gonna gaslight you like Mr. Matt Pitt and Mr. D Max. And I hope they listen back to this stream because I said what I said.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't like to make decisions without being fully informed. So what I'm gonna do is this morning I'm going to go over to your stream and I'm going to listen to what things were said, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to listen to Empress's stream, and I'm going to listen to what Mr. D-Max said over there. And then that way I'll be fully versed and well informed, and then I will make my intentions known tonight on Dave's stream. How about that?
They're snakes, people. They are snakes.
They're snakes? Yeah.
They're snakes in the grass.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well, I do know that there are some people out there that like to slither and stuff like that. So I do know that. And so anyway, but I'm going to have to wrap up. What I will say is this is, Zali, keep an eye on your DMs because I will be sending you a list of questions because Dave is wanting to do the match game tonight. So,
Okay. Yeah,
um,
and I probably won't answer them until about 5. Is that okay?
that's perfectly okay. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I
'Cause
know
I'm
he's
gonna be
going,
going to bed
I
when you
know he
get off.
wants to do the show tonight. He told me at 7 Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he
So,
tweeted out, 7
yep.
p.m.
Okay. So I will keep an eye on you for that. Um, as far as a thumbnail or whatever, because you do the thumbnail stuff for Dave. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. I would say probably since I agree with you. I think this was what's that?
Oh, let me do it. Let me do
Yeah, I
it.
think I was going to say I'm pretty sure since we're going to be. I feel like tonight's show will be quite a bit about this whole thing that has occurred this weekend.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I will let you use your best judgment and you just come up with what you think is best. And
Matt's gonna hate me.
no, he's not. Matt could never hate you, Zali.
I got shooters everywhere.
Everywhere. There
I'll
you
be
go.
making that thumbnail. Don't you worry.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. But listen, thank you so much for calling in, and
Thank you for letting me.
and thank you for allowing me to try to make amends with you and put my love moves out there one last time. So
My God, it was. I'm gonna tell you what. I will say this: when I watched that, I was like, "That's what he's gonna be doing on Valentine's Day to Mrs. Riverter." I see it now.
I don't know. We'll see. Good Lord willing, I hope so.
Well, there was some smooth moves
Smooth
there,
moves.
people. Just saying, there was some smooth moves. All
Well,
right, you have a good morning, sir.
You too, hon. Thanks so much.
All right, bye.
Take care. Well, guys, that was Zali, and I think that's a perfect ending. It sounds like to me Dave's stream tonight is going to be on fire. So, anyway, guys, just remember to subscribe. That's right. The little notification bell on. There you go. And hang on. Dave just sent me a message, but I can't. I'm not going to listen to it because, well, it might be private. So, but anyway, what's up, baby? Dave. Dave's in the chat. Dave, I thought you were going to call in this morning. Don't play it. I'm not. I don't ever play your stuff on live. Just wrapping things up. But if you want to hop in real quick, you can. I can give you a few minutes and we can discuss it. So let's see if Dave hops in or not. Let's see if Dave hops in. Dave saw the dancing and slid into Riv's DMs. Let me tell y'all something. Dave has been slid into my DMs for a long time.
What's up, you fucking whore?
How am I a whore?
You're fired.
I'm fired?
Fired from Match Game. So you're going to give answers, okay? You're going to give answers from now on the Match Game. I'm going to read the questions because I got to get my Gene Rayburn on, man.
All right, do it, baby.
Rayburn, the power of the Rayburn. I got it flowing through me. And listening to you read those questions last time made me want to go kick babies in the face.
Yeah.
And for the sake of babies and my poor foot, because baby heads are hard, I am going to just read the questions myself.
All right.
Is that okay?
Dude, I'm just there to facilitate you having the best show possible.
I'm making sure you're good with it. I'm asking for consent.
I'm good with everything. I'm good for everything.
Consent is sexy.
I understand, but no, that's fine with me. I understand my voice is not for everybody. So.
Now you're taking it to a different place.
Am I?
Yes, I wasn't trying to be mean. I don't care about if your voice is for different people. I'm saying that you're not a good Gene fucking Rayburn. We can just leave it at that.
Well, Dave.
I'm a Gene Rayburn.
I know you are. You're a lot of things.
Natural Rayburn.
Tonight's show, I think, is going to be Litty City.
Cancer. It sounds like it's going to be quite cancerous.
No. We're going to. It's fun. We have Civil War that has broke out. You know this, right?
Yeah. Yes, I know. You're fucking stupid.
I'm not stupid.
You're stupid. This whole thing's stupid.
I'm
You're all
not stupid. You're stupid.
Civil war. Civil fucking war. Yeah, now you want a civil war? Pick a side, Cap. I'll give you a fucking civil war.
Well, that's what Zali wants me to do, is to pick a side.
Well, Zali's crazy. You don't give in to crazy. Jesus. You make crazy give in to you.
Sex. You just have sex with crazy, right?
There you go, if you can.
If you can.
I mean, the rule is you don't stick your dick in crazy. That is the rule.
Yeah.
Shouldn't, or don't let a crazy dick get stuck in you, ladies. This is not just a masculine rule, by the way. If you can avoid a crazy fucking, not in the, aside from the really good way, the type of way where drool comes out your mouth and your eyes go cross-eyed and you can't feel the back of your fucking head, toes, or back. My God, ladies, you know what I'm talking about? If you don't, go find out what I'm talking about.
So, anyway.
I forgot what I was talking about, Riverter.
I know. But anyway, we're talking about the show tonight. So 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Zali, you, Nixie Nax, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure Matt Pitt.
Oh, hey, you never asked me why I didn't call in.
Why didn't you call in?
You should ask me. All right, now you're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking why didn't you call in?
Because I was throwing up from your dancing.
No, you were not.
I was puking, retching.
No, you were not. Let me tell you something. That was hot. That was hot.
No.
Yes, it was. It's smooth.
No. It was hot as in friction because your body was rubbing against each other. Yes, I'm sure there was a lot of friction coming off of that thing.
No, sir.
You could have done damage, is all I'm saying, to people around you.
How could I have done damage?
Disruption of gravitational pull.
No, sir. I'm going to tell you something right now. That right there, I may have been single-handedly responsible for many, many women becoming with child last night.
Rooney Boo, you don't want these dance moves. You don't want it. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what the shit dance off. He can't go more than 45 seconds. Did you see that? It's not good. I think it disrupted the ocean waves.
Really? That's what we're going with?
I did it the first time and you missed it.
No, I got it. I just chose to ignore it. I just chose to ignore it. But then you come back around because you evidently
around?
Didn't get
You're going to use around? Don't
use
around.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, don't use that word. No, I think we should have a daily morning dancing class. You and me. We should just dance and jazzercise type shit. You could be like a fucking Ed McMahon meets Richard Simmons for me, and I could do yeah. It would be like, "Hey-o, sisters!" It'd be fucking amazing, and I'll be like interviewing people as they get fit. It'd be amazing. Because I'm getting under 200 pounds by my birthday.
I know you are.
You're saying you better keep up.
Let me tell you something. I've
better
got
drink
my
a
little
fucking protein shake, son.
I got my little exercise bicycle. I get on and I ride
need
that
to get on
thing.
a little more.
I
need you around. Look, I'm going to start being mean to you about your weight because I need you around for another 30 years, pimp.
30
Honestly,
years?
man. Because I got to find, if you die on me in the next 5, 10, 15, I got to find somebody else, another sucker. I mean, really good person. You know how hard it is to train people for this job? It ain't easy. I've gone through some producers, man. That's why I used to just be solo all the time.
One or two. You went through one.
That's their own faults, though. It's their own faults.
Yeah. Well,
couldn't hack it. Couldn't hack it.
Couldn't hack it. Yeah.
It's not how long it lasts. It's the motion of the ocean. There's way too many gravitational pull jokes sitting in there, Gracie L. Yeah. Gracie Cal. Gracie Cal? Gracie L. Gracie L.
Gracie L. I think it's kind of like.
What's up there, John? It's like, hey, look, we talk about a fucking burnout and one shows up. Hey, that was all his doing.
Oh, nerdy.
Zali, and walks Nerdy John.
Nerdy John. You said his name too many times, and boom.
But the point is, I'm going to bully you on your weight more.
Okay.
Because people bullied me on my weight until I fucking started getting it. So I'm going to have to bully you on your weight more. If I have to move down there and start walking with you, I will. But just saying. I want to keep my friends alive. It's my new goal.
Is that what you want to do? Keep your friends
alive? Well, because I don't like people. And then if you guys die on me, then I'll be alone forever.
I understand.
I'm learning the value of not being alone. You got a friend in Dave Peepers.
I appreciate that, and I do cherish your friendship immensely. You know that.
So. You cherish me.
I cherish you. Yes.
You're a fucking sweetheart.
I know it. I am when I'm not being evil.
Well, look, that's why I like you. And this is why I'm able to be friends with you and have you on shows and stuff, because you have that duality. You have that fucking set the world on fire, but yet you carry a goddamn extinguisher with you mentality. I kind of dig it. It's fucking walking chaos, and you spread it, my friend. You are a agent of chaos, an agent of Beelzebub, of Satan, of Lucifer. So thank you for your service to the Anton LaVey.
Well, whatever I can do, that's what I want to do. So what do you got on your agenda today?
I'll be fucking around a little bit. I got to go out. I'm going to go grab my paycheck, regale the pawn shop at a couple of stories, see what's crack-a-lacking there. I got to do a little bit of shopping, and I'll be back here doing some Twitch before 7 p.m. when we get real over on Monday on my channel. So it'll be a lot of fun. People, I'll be there. Nixie will be there tonight. She'll be once again going in the co-host slot for one more week as Peepaw runs the board. And I'm sure Matt Pitt will be there as well. You never know who else is going to show up. Should be a fun tastic stream tonight. Should be a great show. I'm very much looking forward to it, as I am the entire week. I hope you're ready. It's going to be a grind week. I'm fucking feeling motivated. I'm recharged. I'm remotivated. I'm pumped up. I'm juiced. I'm gassed. I'm ready to fucking go. You better keep up or get left in the goddamn dirt, baby.
I'm always ready to go, Dave. You know that. Locked and loaded, baby.
On the rooftop, shot it out, baby. You're ready to go?
Always, man. Always.
That's what I'm talking about. What are you doing the rest of the day? You going to go do some technical things and work and get mad at printers?
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do, is go do some technical
printers
stuff.
and stuff.
Yell at printers.
A lot of printer angry.
Yeah. Apple computers. I hate Apple computers. Got to go deal with them.
Ollie, if you scratch that fucking Bruno San Martino jersey, I'm selling you to fucking 2 different Thai food places and a Chinese restaurant. I'm chopping you up into thirds. Sorry, he was going after my Bruno.
Well, we can't have that because that is a national treasure. It is a national treasure. So,
Ollie, I swear to Christ,
it sounds like to me you better go deal with Ollie.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for bringing my pussy problems onto your show, Riveter.
Well,
I'm gonna have to go.
Where could you bring it, right?
Exactly, but I'm gonna have to go sell this little motherfucker to a Chinese food place.
Well, you have a great day, guys.
All right. So I'll be serving kung fu pussy and cream of some young guy. Have a good night, everybody. Dead on Dave. Big dicks in your mouth. Peace.
Yeah. So anyway, Dave will be on Twitch later today. Check him out there. Then tonight, like I said, Monday with Zali and Nixie Nax, and I'm sure Matt Pitt will be there, and you heard the rest of it. So doesn't look like Nerdy's got a stream set up for this morning, but you can go check him out. Evidently, we need to check out Empress K because D-Max was over there doing D-Max things. We got to check out Zali's stream today because evidently Matt Pitt and D-Max was doing Matt Pitt and D-Max things and was gaslighting Zali on her stream last night. So go check that out. We got to watch that, see and make sure you tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Dave's show, and we'll see what happens because the plot is getting thick, and I'm looking forward to it. And I will, by that time, have ingested everything, and I will be able to make a decision on what happens from there on. Okay. Okay. So Nerdy says he is streaming. He just woke up late and needs to set it up, waiting for my computer. So, all right. So evidently Nerdy's going to be doing a stream as well this morning. So you can go check out Nerdy's channel, and he will, set up. There's this really cool thing called an alarm clock, Nerdy. You might want to look into it, bud. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Hope you have a great day. And yeah, keep your powder dry, and we'll see you in the funny papers.